Hello everybody, it's me. I haven't uploaded a video in quite a while, so I was just working on some stuff in the shop and I realized that I had free will. So congratulations, now it's a video that you get to watch of me talking about what I got going on. So you probably all know what this is. This is the windmill from Project Tiger Moth, and it's on the workbench right now because I have a display coming up where this thing may or may not be. So if you know, you know. There's a lot to talk about with this thing, and I sort of intended to make some kind of prop video at some point going through all the different stuff that I've built, and right now is as good a time as ever. So this thing, believe it or not, is a Paw Patrol trash can that has been flipped upside down and had the window bored out of it. What I did was I made a mold of the original brick sheet and then casted it in resin so that I could like stretch it over the trash can while it was still curing. Because when you take the resin out of the mold, for like the first 5 minutes or so, it's kind of rubbery and you can kind of do whatever you want with it. So that's what I did here. Now, at one time, I would have been able to turn it around and show you the Paw Patrol detail that was still kind of visible on the back, but since this thing is being worked on to go on display soon, I've been kind of working away at trying to make this thing look a little bit nicer from the back. When we were doing Tiger Moth, I knew this was just going to be in the one shot for 1 second, so I didn't even bother detailing it. You can see the dome just very plain on the back. I'm hoping that you won't really see it so much when it's actually on public display. One of the most interesting parts about this, besides the fact that this dome is a globe from Hobby Lobby? It's a Hobby Lobby globe. It was like a magnetic globe. You could like pin different areas on the map where you've been or something. It was the only thing that I could find at the time that was sort of the right shape and the right size. And here is the motor. It is made out of Lego. Yeah, I'm not an engineer. I don't know anything about electronics or motors. I'm terrible with that stuff. I've never been like mechanically inclined. So when it came time to figure out a system for having the blade spin, the nearest thing that I was familiar with that I could turn to was Lego pieces. So this is the chassis of one of the RC Lego train sets that I have made a gearbox for and mounted the battery pack and the receiver onto. So this thing was crazy because I've never done anything with gear ratios before, but when I tried to just have the windmill blades spinning on the end of the train chassis, it was just way too fast. Like, this thing is meant to go like Mach speed, and those blades in the intro were turning really, really slow. So I can actually probably take it apart and show you. This is the gear setup. Now I don't remember how this goes back together. Oops, I dropped a piece inside. Oh, okay, I got it. No, I got it. So I'm never doing that again. And that's basically that. It's pretty much just painted and detailed to look pretty from this one angle. So if you do go to the display and you do see the backside, please be kind. Thank you. I also have one of the little side huts as well, which is also being sort of spruced up for the display. Originally, it did not have a roof on the back or any kind of detailing on these sides. We're kind of in the middle of something here. It's not quite done, but you know, bushes and stuff will hide the gap. So you might have noticed the blades are kind of not intact whatsoever. That is because when I recently moved up here from Oklahoma, they were literally all connected like this with the world's tiniest little strip of wood. There was just no way to transport them. It is what it is. Hopefully we're going to be able to engineer some kind of new piece that can connect with the Technic piece and stick out. It's going to be a challenge, and we have only a couple weeks to get that done, but we're going to figure it out. Now this is cool and all, but I really wanted to just kind of have this as a segue into something that I am kind of more fond of, which is the windmill from the Magic Railroad parody. I love this thing. This is like my child. I believe it was the first windmill ever made out of spite. So I bought the kit for this back in like June or July of like 2018. I was in a little model shop in England on my way to the Isle of Man to shoot some live action stuff at the original cliff face from the original film. And I walked into a model shop and I knew that we had to film the sequence. and I picked it up and basically I took it home with me. So what's interesting about the actual kit is that I only used sort of the upper half. The lower half is sort of a hexagonal shape because basically when Rob and Nikki met up together in the summer of 2018, they filmed all their live action segments together in front of a real wall that would act as the windmill. And because Rob's house is just like a flat brick wall, I needed to build a model in a way that would actually like integrate perfectly with the live action, because in the show the windmill's round, in front of Rob's house it's flat. So what do? You make it a hexagon. So there you go. So in the coming weeks I definitely want to maybe order a new set of blades and replace them. It would be nice if I could just replace the one and keep the originals intact. So there's a little wind-up motor inside as well that wasn't part of the original kit. That was something that I put in. And what this is it is literally one of those little like Tomy wind-ups. Like it's like a wind-up Thomas that I got for Christmas. And I cut the body shell off it, I cut everything off of it, and I just had the little axle for the wheel sticking out. So in the film, whenever you see the windmill spinning, what's actually happening is Nikki is winding it up and then letting it go. And that is most definitely the reason why one of the blades is completely snapped off, because doing this again and again, yeah. So hopefully in the coming weeks, I'm gonna be getting some kind of replacement piece. I mean, look at this, it's held together with clay. How long ago was 2018? It has literally been since 2018 since I've like held or seen this model in person. Maybe early 2019, I'm not sure. But now that me and Nikki live together on the same coast, last time he came up to visit, he brought with him Windmill and my other favorite thing in the world. This is, if I had to pick any of my children as my favorite, this would probably be in the top contenders, like next to Toby. Like, I'm being so serious. This is the Watermill. I love the Watermill. It is made almost entirely of clay. This was way before I started making stuff with like foam and brick sheets and resin. What I did was I would just take a big sheet and take a rolling pin to it, flatten it out, and then I would carve each of the individual bricks. Because I couldn't locate or source whatever brick sheet they'd used, I really wanted them to look as close to the specific bricks in the film as possible. I had no other choice but then to sculpt them myself. And I'm still really kind of pleased with how it turned out. I mean, this is like a 7-year-old model at this point, and it probably looks just as good as the day that I got it. So the actual water wheel is just a Home Depot pencil with, those little quart little cups that come with the lids? I think that's what this is. This is just like a quart cup lid that's been cut in half and turned into the water wheel. It doesn't spin. I mean, I guess we could have spun it, but you only get like 2 seconds of spinach that way. So, like I said before with the windmill and Tiger Moth, when you're building something with the intention of it only being seen from the one side, you tend not to want to put detail on the backside. And this is an extreme example of that because it's technically not even one complete structure. If you look at it from any other direction, you can see that it is just big chunks of cardboard with the clay glued to the front of it. It's just like a facade almost. But when you set it up just right, and you have this roof piece that kind of brings it all together, it just looks perfect. So I'm still really, really proud of this thing. Here we go, watch. Whee! Wow, look at that! Spin! Yeah, I'm looking at this closer. I've actually carved my name into some of the bricks. It also says Dab. You can tell this was made in 2019, 2018, because it says Dab on it. Again, super cheap, super basic stuff. Like, I mean, this was probably made on a $5 budget, and it's one of the, like, my favorite things I've ever built. The clay probably cost about like $5 or $10. The cardboard was probably just lying around free. The pencil, like, don't ever think just because it's 1 million views and it's the Magic Railroad parody or it's Tiger Moth that like it's anything more than Walmart and dollar store materials. Like, this is, when I say budgeted, I mean budgeted. But yeah, that's basically all I got to say about this stuff. Thank you for watching and listening to me just sort of rattle on about this junk. But no, it's really nice to kind of sort of share the process. And I hope that it kind of helps inspire people that want to just You know, if you want to go ahead and make something, you don't need really expensive materials. You don't really need high-end tools. Like, if there's anything to take away from this, it's that you can make pretty much anything on a microscopic budget. That's how we did the entirety of Project Tiger Moth. That's how we did the entirety of Magic Road Parody. You know, this is not high art. This is not super technical stuff. Like I said, it's literally just clay and cardboard and little pieces of wood and hot glue, you know. But, yeah, thanks for listening to me rattle on and do, you know, I've done probably 3 different versions of this outro now because I don't really know how to make a YouTube video, but, thanks for watching. And again, thank you so much to all of our patrons. This literally wouldn't be possible without you guys. I'm just kind of recording this last second to say that I've kind of been between jobs for a while, so everything's been kind of hectic. So this literally would not be made without lovely, lovely patrons. And I just wanted to say that hopefully soon there should be more real videos coming around the corner. So yeah, stay tuned.